Hey guys, it's the Roo Crew, and today we finally have part 3 of SeaWorld Inside Look from our trip back on January the 15th. Sorry it took me so long to put this out, but I still hope that you guys enjoy it. Now in this video, you will get to see backstage of the shark exhibit. Guys, you don't want to miss this. It's amazing to be able to see what they do with all these sharks and see it from a different angle than you typically would. Now, we also were trying to see the orca exhibit. I will go ahead and let you know that by the time we got over to the orca exhibit, the line was too long and we were unable to get in the line and see the orcas. But I do hope that you enjoy the sharks and you enjoyed all the other inside look areas. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy. Alright, this place is crazy busy today. But there's the inside look right there. So we gotta figure out where we get in for the sharks. So I think it's over there. So let's go that way.
Are you guys here for the shark event?
The inside look. Go this way? Okay, thank you. Right, sorry, it's shaky.
Inside look?
Yes.
So you see that path right down there where all those people are lined up? We're just gonna go right down there.
Alright, thank you. And here we go. No wait line. We got a bit of a line here, but they have been pretty good so far. So let's see. Okay, sorry if it's shaky, guys. Again, I haven't filmed my phone now. But look, you can see the life support system. Water filtration. We've learned a lot about that during these inside looks. It's kind of cool.
Come on up. Welcome to Sharks Inside Look. We're super excited that you are here today. But before we take you up, we want to make sure that you know a little something about sharks. All right, so true or false? True or false? Sharks are the top predator of the ocean. True or false?
True.
Oh, I see. Or don't know. Figure it out too. Actually, the answer is false.
Oh.
Very good. What? Yes. Killer whales are the top predator of the ocean. The reason being is that you guys came up in groups, right? So if you came up to me in a group, who would win? Would you win or would I win?
Group.
Yeah, the bigger group, you guys would win, right? Sharks are the same way. Sharks are very solitary, so they basically live off by themselves. So when you have a pod of killer whales, 10 killer whales versus one shark, that's the reason why killer whales are the top predator. But sharks are very important predators. When we think about sharks, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Teeth, right? Now, people say I have a big mouth. I don't have a big mouth. Sharks have a big mouth. So what you can do is gently touch the teeth of a shark if you'd like. Now they have many rows of teeth. Anybody know how many teeth a shark has?
A lot.
A lot. I like the answer. A lot. They do have a lot. The reason being is that whenever they clamp down, they're continuously losing teeth. How many bones does a shark have in its body? 0. Very good. They have no bones. Everybody touch your nose. Everybody touch your neighbor's ear that you know. That is what's inside a shark's body. So what happens is they clamp down and those teeth fall out. Sort of like if you put a tooth in your ear. Would it stay? Probably not, right? If you'd like to get a picture with the shark jaw, don't put your head through it, but put it in front of your face. And then that way you can say, I don't have a big mouth, Mommy. Would you like to take a picture? Can I take a picture? Look at your mommy or person. Now,
Very cool.
All sharks have sharp teeth. This is a nurse shark. When you go see it, or see our sharks, you'll see some that look like overgrown sized catfish. And here you can actually feel their teeth are not as sharp. grader. They have little teeth. And what's really neat is if you find a shark's tooth, look it up in a book, you can find out what species it came from. Every shark has their own unique tooth shape, just like you have your own unique fingerprint, not toothprint. Now, of course, when we think about sharks, a lot of us think about this type of tooth. Anybody know what kind of shark this came from? Megalodon. True or false? Megalodons are extinct.
Right?
Any ideas? The answer is we think they are extinct. We think. We actually find unfossilized megalodon teeth, which might indicate they could still be alive.
Wow.
The reason we don't know is because we don't know all about our own oceans. We know more about outer space than we do about our own oceans. If you would like to hold the tooth, you can see how big it is compared to your hand. Whoa! Look at, turn around, yeah, that's a picture. So in just a second, we're gonna go on up. We're gonna go see up above shark. We're gonna have a couple of our keepers talk to us. Please make sure you stay off the yellow lines. Also, the yellow netting is not designed for you to lean on it, because you might tumble into our 15-foot pool. Please make sure that you take a step back. You are more than welcome to take as many photos as you want. We're not like that other theme park that starts with the letter D. So we have nothing to hide here at SeaWorld. Many of our sharks have been here since 1983, and one was born by cesarean section at Discovery Cove. So come on up, Lydia's here, she's going to talk about the sharks. And you can stand on the bench if you wanted to. The kids can stand on the bench.
On the bench? Here. Hello everybody. So this is the mid pool for the Shark Encounter Aquarium. There is actually nothing in here right now except for water. That's typically a good thing. If we had somebody here for a vet case, that's usually not ideal, but fortunately that doesn't happen very often. We actually use it more commonly to feed our small tube sawfish. So we have a male and a female in the habitat. If you guys are familiar with which species that is, they are the big giant ones that have the big saw that's on top of their face. That saw prevents us from being able to tongue feed them the way that we tongue feed our large sharks. Their natural behavior when there's food around is to swing that saw side to side, and so there's too much risk that we might accidentally damage it with a pair of tongs. So what we did was we actually taught them that if they see that gate is open and they swim in here, they will find their food. So we can close the gate behind them so no nosy white tips come in and try to see what's going on. And we'll offer them usually 2 to 3 different kinds of food every feeding day. Some days they might prefer salmon, some days they might prefer squid. So we'll put a few different pieces of each type in here and then watch to see who eats and what did they eat, how many pieces did they have. They may choose not to come in. They are offered food twice a week, same as our large sharks that are in here. They all have very efficient metabolisms. They're not constantly working to keep their body temperature up the way that we are. So they only really need to eat about 3 to 5% of their body weight per week, depending on what species it is and if it's a full-grown animal versus a juvenile. So we get that calculation and then we split that into their 2 feeds. And if they skip a feed here and there, it's okay, but we make sure we mark that on their feeding records, because if we start to see a pattern for a particular animal, we want to make sure to get the vets involved, because going off feeds for a period of time is usually going to be the first indication to us if an animal isn't feeling well. We will also do physicals on the animals in here. So if you guys look back there, there's a large blue stretcher on the wall. We have other sizes for the smaller species, but that's how we kind of keep them secure when we're in the water with them, and let the vets have access to take a look at their eyes, look at their gills, their skin, overall body condition. We can look at their insides using an ultrasound, take a blood sample for the lab to run chemistries for us. We can also remark them at that time. So we do a numbering system on their pectoral fins using a product called silver nitrate. It's kind of like a temporary tattoo for the sharks. They will wear off over time, so that's why we have to periodically remark them. But we do it so that there's a certain numbering spot. So if we look down when we're feeding, we can quickly identify if it's a male or a female based off if it's on the right or the left, and then what number shark it is based off where the dot is on their fin. We also can get a new up-to-date weight on everybody when we're doing physicals. So we'll tie the ropes up on those stretcher poles, make sure the animal is secure, and then hoist the whole thing up on that hook right there with the orange rope with the scale attached, so we can get an accurate weight to get a good calculation for how much food they might be able to eat. You guys have any questions?
This is cool. Oh, there's this cage.
Everybody can hear. We're going to stop this family here. That way you can see and you can hear, okay? And you can come up to the shadow if you'd like. Perfect.
All right, you guys. Thank you for coming to SeaWorld Orlando. My name is Gavin. I'm one of the aquarists here working for the park. This is Shark Exhibit, and thank you guys for coming for Inside Look. This exhibit is roughly 750,000 gallons. It is typically the same operation that you see out front before you enter the restaurant. We call it perfect gallons. That's why it gets that little extra 50,000 gallon pump. So this is our social distancing device for our sharks. This is our 6-foot feeding tub. We put the fish at the end here, and we use these 3 different targets behind me to call certain species of sharks up. So the purple target over there is our stingray, our zebra shark target. The target in the corner there, the yellow one is for our brown or sandbar sharks, as we like to call them. And this green target right behind me here is for our sand tiger sharks. Sharks don't get enough credit from the media. They're actually one of the smarter fish out there. They'll actually pick up target conditioning very well because they kind of go, oh hey, this shape's in the water. If I go to this shape, they pick it up really quick compared to other fish. Pufferfish are one of the other fish. They'll pick up target conditioning very well. I'm sure if you guys have techniques at home when you come to the fish tank, they see you so well. We do feed them twice a week. I'm sure we said they get 2 to 5% of their body weight. Most people think it's not enough, but they are a cold-blooded animal. If you think about it, in the wild, they kind of gorge themselves on the meal and take fast. We don't like to do that here because we like to know every single week and almost on the alternating day cycle is this animal eating, and that's more of a health standpoint because if we know they go off for month on end, we might know that something's up with them. This exhibit is 150 feet long roughly, about 15 feet deep. We do dive in here once a week to clean it. We do have a tender to walk our back all over. Does anything ever happen? No, because the sharks have been in captivity for almost 40, 30 years. This shark cage we do use for our summer cage program. If you have a little one or a son, daughter, or grandchild that's in the grade 6 to 12, we'll actually put them in that shark cage and we'll run them along this whole entire trip. So we get a nice close exhibit and face on one-on-one with our sharks and our fish. I'm sure you guys might wonder, do they ever eat the fish in this exhibit? Yes, it happens from time to time, just like it would in the wild. Sharks are an opportunistic predator, so if they think they can get an easy meal without using live energy, they're going to do it. However, most of the time they're going to want to get food from the pond because they don't want to use that energy. And, you know, sharks are smart. They're always doing risk assessments. When I was doing shark fishing, we'll have a live bait out there and it's going to be about 6 seconds. Because they're thinking, is this going to be a live bait after this? Does it become a feeding frenzy in here? No. They're very calm. They know, okay, if I go to this target, I'm going to get my food. If I go over there, I'm not going to get anything. So they don't even bother coming to other targets. Now, if it was a newer individual, yes, they might go, well, hey, where would I go to get food? But they'll kind of go, oh, hey, all my other brown sharks are going over there to get food. I can go over there. And they'll pick that up, just like a dog. Yes, the ozone alarm. So ozone O3, we actually use for environment sterilization. Ozone is very good at killing bacteria and clear this is a lot of chemistry too, measuring your ORP, just making sure you're at the right level. Bingo. Because if it's too high, you can actually off-gas to where we're at, and ozone at this level is very toxic for us. So it's good when it's over there in the atmosphere. Yes.
How old can it get?
You know, that's a great question. It really depends on the species. I know certain individuals here are pushing around 40 to 50 years of age.
Wow.
Some of these sharks have been in captivity since 1988. If you guys ever watch the movie Shark 3D or Jaws 3D, that tunnel scene with the shark tooth, that's this. I don't know if you guys didn't know that. And there's other like things too in Shark 3D, like our stingray punch tank. There's punch holes in there as well. So yeah, it's a little cool trivia. Any other questions? Yes.
What's your favorite species that's in here?
Depends on the day. I do love
What is today's pick?
the sawfish, just because we're one of the only facilities in America that actually has a small tooth sawfish, and they're a critically endangered species. But usually it's a zebra shark because they're just cute, just like the bird shark. Good question.
All right, if you'd like to get your last photos, we're going to slowly walk down this way. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take a look at Superman photos.
That's pretty cool, huh?
This is cool.
Is that your favorite one now? Nah? The dolphin was pretty cool. Never thought.
This was actually in the movie Jaws 3. And what's really neat about the movie is if you watch it again and you've done all this inside look, you'll be like, that's Stingray Lagoon, that's above Shark, you know, that's behind Orca Stadium. So it's really neat to see a historical depiction of SeaWorld back in the 70s. Very different from what it looks like now. So Dennis Quaid was leaning against us and it made it famous. That's why we kept it. But here you can actually, or the person that wrote the book, and then when it was made into a movie, Peter Benchley, afterwards he was very sad because of what his book did, and that was basically it turned people's opinion against sharks. We know sharks are really important because what do sharks do for us?
Eat dead fish, dying fish, sick fish.
Yeah, they're basically the garbage collectors of the ocean. So it's really important that we protect them. So I hope that you've learned a little bit about them. Maybe you don't love them, but hopefully you'll want to do something, whether it's reduce, reuse, recycle, to help out not only sharks, but in the end, help out us as humans. Thank you so much for coming. Definitely go visit the other inside looks. We are doing them today, tomorrow, and Monday.
All right, so you guys just saw the sign they were just showing us was used in Jaws 3. Just a little fun little tidbit. I went to Discovery Cove back in 2007, and the dolphin that I got to have my encounter with was from Jaws 3 as well. So very cool, very interesting information. Definitely loving this inside look stuff. We're gonna go do the last one now. All right, we found the inside look for the orcas. So let's go check out what we do over here. Sadly, guys, when we turned that corner, there was a huge line and we were running out of time, and we did not get to do this exhibit. They only had it 2 times a day from 12 to 2 and 3 to 6, and we were too close to that ending mark. Anyways, this would have been an awesome one. I really wanted to do it. I'm so sorry I didn't get to show you guys, but I would have loved to be able to go backstage and see the orcas that they had on exhibit. I know that they showed their medical pool and stuff like that, so hopefully they'll do this again, and we'll definitely show it to you the next time.
What'd you get?
Wave.
Okay, can you wave? How would you wave? Yeah, that's a wave. See, then they would turn on their side and put their fin in the air and go like this. Yeah.
Good job, kiddo. And with that, there's inside look of what we were able to do. Again, I'm sorry we didn't get to do the orcas. The Arctic area we did on a previous video, so make sure you check that out as well. Guys, I really hope they do this again. I hope you have the opportunity to do this. It was so much fun. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit that bell notification button, and keep on dreaming. Bye, guys.